Well, today is a big day because we just wrapped up the fourth and final podcast interview, which was a bonus interview with James Wedmore himself in this series about how handmade, physical product-based business owners can expand their vision and create another revenue stream in their business with a digital membership, a course, a coaching program, or something like that, which is so much more scalable and something that you can really share your expertise through with so many more people. Now I'm going to do a quick recap of everything that we've talked about in the last 4 episodes, but first I want to highlight that for the next 4 days only, until June 13th, let me look at my calendar if my dates are correct, until June 12th, midnight June 12th, you have the opportunity to enroll in James Wedmore's Business by Design, which is the exact program that I have used to grow my digital business, that Lindsay has used, that Kristen has used, that Sue has used, and you heard from all 3 of them during this series. All of us met in James Wedmore's Business by Design program. And this program essentially teaches you how to start and scale a digital business, a course, a coaching program, a membership, a one-to-one coaching offer, anything like that where you get to serve knowledge and education and expertise to other people digitally. Now, here's the most exciting part. Not only can you enroll in Business by Design up until Thursday at midnight this week, but also I am offering exclusive bonuses if you sign up using my link. So my link is monicalittlecoaching.com/BBD bonuses. BBD as in Business by Design, BBD bonuses. And what I am offering to you, if you are someone who has this bigger vision, this bigger level of impact that you want to create in your business and in your life, is something that I have called the Authority Bootcamp. And these free bonuses that you get when you enrolled in Business by Design are to set you up for the massive amount of success possible as you add in this new revenue stream to your business, as you add in this authority, this expertise, this knowledge that you have, and start to share that with the world. So what the Authority Bootcamp entails is what I am most excited about: a free rebrand for this part of your business. So if you are a brand new coach, if you are a brand new course provider, if you are a brand new membership creator that you now have ideas from attending the Rise of the Digital CEO and participating by listening to these podcast episodes, you now have a vision or idea of something that you can do in your business. And in the Authority Bootcamp, you get a free rebrand or a brand new brand. Maybe it's not a rebrand, but a free brand that helps you to feel like an authority and show that you are serious in this second revenue stream in your business. And this rebrand will connect you with my brand designers on Team Monica Little Coaching to bring your brand visual identity and your brand vision to life. So freaking exciting. I love offering this and giving you something tangible that you can then utilize and have as a confidence booster in your business and as credibility in your business as that authority piece in your business. Not only do you get that, but you also learn how to create thought-provoking content and really connect with your new clients and new people that you will work with to shift their perspectives so your message stands out. So if you're like, okay, I want to start this coaching business, and I'm going to give some examples of what types of businesses you can potentially create if you are a handmade product-based business owner. But if you're thinking, okay, I want to start this coaching business, but what am I supposed to talk about on social media? What am I supposed to share? What am I supposed to give in terms of content? I'm going to break that down in the Authority Bootcamp so you know exactly how to create thought-provoking content that stands out so people want to listen and learn from you. You may also be wondering, well, how do I create an audience? This is going to be a new part of my business and new people and new concepts, and how do I get people who want to work with me on this? Well, the third part of the Authority Bootcamp is I teach you how to partner with other people in a similar industry as yours through something called a joint venture webinar, where you share your expertise to their audience. They bring you into their program, to their membership, to do a free masterclass, a free educational seminar, where then you pitch your services at the end. This is called a joint venture webinar. This is something I massively did with my coaching business when I first got started to get more exposure, get more practice, and get more clients. And lastly, what you also get in the Authority Bootcamp is a special guest episode where you come on to the Product Biz podcast and you share your expertise, your knowledge, your passion on this show. And I also give you templates on how to pitch yourself to be on other podcasts so that you can continue to get more exposure and get in front of more people. So the Authority Bootcamp is a perfect complement to Business by Design because Business by Design will help you craft what is your offer, what is your program, how do you sell it? And the Authority Bootcamp will give you how do you be seen as an authority and grow your audience and have branding that stands out. And when you combine those two avenues, that is when you get the best of both worlds and when you start to grow and get traction with this other side of your business. So let me talk to you about where I see product-based business owners having areas of expertise. And I'm going to share with you a lot of what I did because I did this a lot at the beginning. When I first was going full-time with plant-based beauty, I focused a lot on hormones and hormonal acne and adult hormonal acne. And I had products, a cystic acne healing set, and I had other products that helped so much with healing acne. And it's something that I went through and I struggled with after I came off of birth control. I struggled with cystic acne and I tried so many things and finally found a procedure that worked for me in terms of how I took care of myself, supplements I took, food I ate, and how I balanced my hormones and what products I used on my skin. And of course, I sold those products on Plant-Based Beauty, but that wasn't the full process. That was part of the process. There was so much more knowledge in terms of hormone balancing and supplements and how I took care of myself, which was equally as important as the products I was using on my skin. It wasn't an either-or situation to heal the cystic acne. It was a both conversation and conversation. So what I did when I was running Plant-Based Beauty is I actually had a hormones masterclass, a hormones balancing masterclass. And this was something that was done as a joint venture webinar with another person where we both exposed it to our audiences and came together and shared this knowledge and information. And I essentially took my entire expertise of what I went through, what I struggled with, what I learned, what I tested, and what I came out on the other side with and shared it with more people. And this was a paid masterclass that people enrolled in to learn how to heal their hormonal acne. And that is something that you can learn how to do in Business by Design, how to take an area of expertise of what you already have, what you already know, and create some sort of educational content that people purchase from you. That is what I mean when I say digital product. I don't mean a digital download, a printable that you sell on Etsy. I mean a digital educational piece of content that you are helping people with something based on your experience and expertise. Now, the beautiful part of that masterclass is after it was completed, I continued to sell that masterclass as a replay and as a recording. And this was my first tiptoe into having an actual course, having a program. And it was a one video course, but it was still a course. And I continued to sell it as I ran Plant-Based Beauty. This is one example of how you can create a digital product, another revenue stream in your business. And that's probably the simplest example. Now, here's what I want you to know before I give you other examples. Is that as soon as you start to sell a service, if it's a course, a program, a masterclass, anything that is educational based, the marketing for that and how you sell it, how you speak to customers, how you pitch it is very different than product based. That is why I highly recommend, if you have a passion or purpose or see yourself serving others in this way, to enroll in Business by Design while the doors are open for the next 4 days only, and also get my Authority Bootcamp bonuses for absolutely free while you're at it. Here are other examples, though, of how I want you to start to think bigger. So one of my Product Biz Academy members, she would have a pop-up Facebook group where she would run challenges. And this is Erin from Erin and May Co. And these challenges would be specifically for hair growth. So people would come together in this pop-up Facebook group, and I don't know the specific details of it, but let's say they come together for 2 weeks or a month, and Erin is delivering free knowledge, free resources, talking about her products that help with hair growth, and encouraging people in this free pop-up community to make the changes that she recommends to see hair growth. Now, this is an awesome way to put customers into a digital community that you own, and also a way to nourish them and continue to get them exposure to your products, and also a great way to turn a community like this into a membership. Now, what a membership is something that people pay something low ticket, between $7 to $27 to $37 to $57 per month, to be in some sort of community, usually a Facebook group or some sort of community like that, where you are sharing resources once or twice per month. They are getting value from those resources, and they stay in that community and in that membership to continue to learn from you. This is exactly what Kristen from Hillside Studio does with her polymer clay jewelry business. So that was the very first episode of this series, about 5 episodes back. So please make sure to listen to it if you haven't yet. But essentially, Kristen learned how to create these incredible polymer clay earring jewelry pieces. And she started to get questions from people of, how do you make that? Oh my God, this design is so intricate. And they're called canes, these really cool, just so unique, intricate designs. And as she started to hear over and over, how do you make this? How do you make this? This is so cool. She was like, why don't I teach people? I've learned this skill. I've experimented. I've come up with all these different designs. Why don't I teach people how to do it? So she has a membership, and I think she said on the episode, it's $13 per month that people are paying her for her to release one new piece of content per month on how to create a specific type of polymer clay earring. So she's recording one design per month, sharing it with them. She has some sort of community space where they can all chat and ask questions and talk to each other and watch the content. And these people are paying $13 per month, and I believe she's making about $2,000 per month in total from all of the people that are in her membership, just by sharing what she already knows how to do. Now, when I interviewed James on the last episode, he mentioned one of his members, who is also one of my good friends, Rachel Coons, another example of a membership, who has a $27 per month membership where she helps moms save money on groceries. So she created this method on how to cut your grocery bill by $600 per month, and shares content on a monthly basis for moms to save money, be financially educated, make good financial decisions in their family, and to be able to support their family in this way. And James mentioned in the last episode that her business has grown to over $400,000 in annual sales from this membership, which is absolutely incredible. Something that's $27 per month, funneling people into this membership, can create a business to that extent. Now, what I will say with memberships like this, and where James Wedmore's Business by Design comes into play, is the model that he teaches is something called a launch model, where you host some sort of free training, and at the end of that free training, you pitch people to join your membership, where you teach people how to make polymer clay earring jewelry. Or at the end of this free training, you pitch your membership for moms to save money on groceries every single month. And he walks you through in Business by Design, extremely in detail, the most easy to follow processes on how to create this type of launch, to have a free training, to attract an audience to it, to then have them sign up for your membership course, coaching program, whatever it may be. That is all inside Business by Design, and that is what has made these two business owners, Kristen and Rachel, that I just mentioned, so successful in their business. Now, like I mentioned with Erin's example of having this free pop-up community and turning it into a membership, where she's not only sharing about her products, but also sharing educational resources of stress management for hair growth, supplements for hair growth, what to eat for hair growth, what not to eat for hair growth, sneaky chemicals in our water, home, etc., that are preventing hair growth, what to do, what not to do. This could be so expanded and blow up to be a membership where people pay $13 per month to have a once per month Zoom call where new knowledge is being shared on this topic. So simple, so impactful, and when you have the marketing and selling knowledge inside Business by Design on how to make this a reality, you become unstoppable. Now I'm going to give you another example, which is one PBA member who is actually in Business by Design, Daisy from Little Buddha by Daisy, who has natural skincare and sleep care. And I know one thing that she's really working on this year to expand and create another revenue stream in her business is, yes, she's got a very successful product-based business with her body butters, magnesium butter, skincare, soaps, bath bombs, etc. And also, she's realized that a lot of the conversations she's had with individuals is about sleep care and about how her magnesium body butter helps with sleep and her skin glow tea helps with minerals to have better sleep. And she's really honing in and niching down in her product-based business with sleep support through her products. But what she's doing now as a member of Business by Design is she's creating some sort of container or some sort of program where she is going to help individuals with their sleep even further, sharing the knowledge that she has, because she has an incredible story of how her nervous system was overworked and burnt out and she couldn't fall asleep and was constantly waking up at 2 a.m. And when she started to add in more practices, more routines, more knowledge of how to calm her nervous system, that is when she finally started to sleep through the night. And that is when her physical appearance shifted, her mental capacity shifted, and so much really relies on sleep that, yes, she has physical products that help that, and also she has knowledge, expertise, wisdom from her own learnings that she can share with people on how to elevate and get back to sleeping and feeling their best. So I'm so excited to see what Daisy does with this container, this program, whatever it may turn into, as she dives into Business by Design to see how she can support other people in an even bigger, more impactful, and more scalable way. So I want you to consider, what are examples of expertise that you have that may feel like common knowledge to you just because you've lived it, you've gone through it, you've experienced it. But there are people out there who could use the support, who could use your knowledge, who could learn from you. And how would you want to share that with them? Would a membership be something that excites you, where you host one Zoom call per month, educating people on something, and you have a community where you continue to grow and share your expertise with people? Or do you have something that could be a course? So maybe it's a course on how to have your best sleep, and there's 7 or 8 videos, different modules on different ways to promote your best sleep yet. Or maybe you have a coaching program where you want to bring people in and actually coach them and support them and be a guide, be a teacher, be a coach for someone as they're working through something. I'll give you an example of what shifted for me in another way, in another digital product that I had. When I was running Plant-Based Beauty, I was very successful on Instagram. I grew my plant-based beauty page to over 16,000 in followers, all organically, no Facebook ads. And as I started to see this success on Instagram, same story as what Kristen said, people would reach out to me and be like, how are you growing so rapidly on social media? What are you doing? How is this possible for you? I'm stuck. I can't get any new followers, and I'm stuck at 2,000 followers or 500 followers, and nothing that I do actually works. And when I started to have enough people who asked me this question, I did the same exact thing that I did with the hormones class. I did an Instagram masterclass. And I did this as a joint venture webinar again, where I partnered with another person who was actually a social media teacher. And this was a paid masterclass that we charged money for. And people could purchase tickets, either my audience or her audience, to come and learn from me. Specifically, at that point in time, I was talking about creating graphics. And not any type of graphic, like, it's hard to, what did I call them back then? Informational graphics. Things that people really wanted to see and showed that you knew you just were an expert in the field and really showcased that expertise. So this was another digital product that we hosted a masterclass, and then I sold it, continued to sell it afterwards that people could continue to buy. And then what I did is I actually started to coach people on Instagram. So I had a coaching program. And it was one-on-one calls where I would work with people on their Instagram, understand their goals, give them advice, give them feedback on content, captions, photos, videos, how to grow their audience, etc. And that was my first step, my very, very, very first step into coaching others. So I know every single one of you have some sort of expertise and knowledge and passion that is being fulfilled by your product-based business. But like James said in the previous episode, I want you to also cast a bigger vision and see what else can I help people with. Because the whole point and purpose of us being here on this planet is to serve others. You heard that from Sue during this series as well. The whole point is service. And how do you take your experiences and turn it into a service? Turn it into something that can help others. Are you a jewelry business or a fashion business and you are so good at fashion and putting outfits together that you could have some sort of membership where you are giving people outfit ideas? And in this membership, you promote your jewelry or your headbands or whatever it may be, so you're also selling more of your products too. But I'm willing to bet if you are a jewelry business owner, you have some sort of awesome fashion expertise that could be turned into knowledge that people want to know. People like me who suck at fashion, oh my gosh, clothes shopping is not my strongest suit. And there's a need for that, and people need that type of support and guidance with something exactly like that. Fashion, everyday fashion, what to wear on weekends, what to wear on night outs, what to wear to look professional but also not feel too, bogged down, anything like that. People could learn and use that type of service. So I'd love to know what your ideas are for your program, course, coaching program, membership, because I want you to think big here. And I want you to acknowledge the experience and expertise that you do have. And I want you to take these 4 days only to highly consider how your business could expand with another revenue stream. A passive income revenue stream, let me tell you, when I resold those masterclasses, there is no delivery needed other than delivering that email of that masterclass. There's no product to package. There's no post office to go to. It is the most scalable type of business that if you do have a handmade physical product-based business that is more labor intensive, because that's the name of the game, it naturally is, then having a digital product, a membership, a coaching program, a course to supplement that, to bring in more revenue to you, is the smartest thing that you can do to continue to increase your income. Hands down, smartest thing. And I want to hear from you what you're considering for your area of expertise. And back to what I was saying is I want to highly encourage you during these 4 days, because Business by Design, the program that has helped myself, Kristen, Lindsay, and Sue, the 4 episodes that you've just listened to, plus the one with James included in there too, has helped us to grow our memberships, our coaching programs, our courses. This opportunity to enroll in Business by Design is only available until Thursday, June 12th at midnight. And when you go to monicalittlecoaching.com/BBD bonuses, BBD as in Business by Design, you will see that I'm offering you over almost $2,500 worth of free bonuses when you enroll in BBD using my link on that website, on that page. What you get is a free rebrand or a new brand for this new revenue stream in your business. You learn how to pitch yourself on different podcasts to get exposure. You learn how to partner with others through joint venture webinars to get exposed to an audience, to really leverage getting started in this revenue stream. And you learn how to create social media content that shifts people's perspectives so that as you start on this new venture, this new revenue stream, you know what to post, what to say, what to talk about on social media to get traction. This is the perfect bundle if you are a beginner thinking of starting a coaching business, because you get the branding, you get the social media content, and you get 2 ways to grow your audience via joint venture webinars and podcasts. Perfect way if you were like, oh my gosh, I'm starting brand new, I want to do this, but how do I get started? In addition to that, you get the entire Business by Design program, which is the only program that I've been part of for the last 4 years. I started working with James exactly 4 years ago, June of 2021. And I have not had any other coach in those 4 years, because Business by Design is a complete comprehensive program that you need to start and scale a digital membership, coaching program, or course. Hands down. Only program that you will need. And the support you get from James and his coaches, the knowledge you get in his program on how to launch a digital course, membership, or program, and how to gain traction and get in front of an audience, and the messaging and the sales pages and the marketing behind it. That is going to set you up for the biggest amount of success and your biggest amount of impact this year yet. I'm so excited to see what ideas come up for you. I'm so excited to offer this and share this new perspective with you. And seriously, send me an email if you're not sure, if you're wondering, what could my digital membership program or course be? Send me an email. I'd love to bounce ideas off of you, give you a little bit of reassurance, because if you have that idea and if you're still listening to this episode by now, then you just gotta go for it, because I know that idea is there for a reason. It was planted in your head for you to take action on it. And this is your chance to see what is humanly possible in this lifetime for you when you chase after these crazy ideas that are there for a particular reason. I'm so excited. If you have any questions, reach out to me on Instagram, send me an email. And again, that link is monicalittlecoaching.com/BBD bonuses. That will give you my $2,500 worth of bonuses via my Authority Bootcamp when you enroll in Business by Design using the link on that page. So you get to see everything that you get. Plus, you learn more about BBD. And when you enroll, you get access to my bonuses. I can't wait to see who jumps into this, who is the next person to expand their revenue and expand their impact. And I'm so excited to be there along the way with you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you next week on the Product Biz Podcast.